Unit 3, Lesson 1, Instruction in Student Materials, Words to Know, Alternative, Correct, Definition, False, Line, Missing, On, Paragraph, Table, Title, True, Process to Learn, Work in pairs, work in a group, work in a group of 3, work with your partner, work with a partner, work with a classmate. Check your answer with a partner. Check the following words in your dictionary. Ask your partner about his or her family. Ask your partner about your classmates. Ask your classmate question about her family. Fill in the blanks using the new vocabulary. Fill in the chart using the new vocabulary. Fill in the missing letters using the new vocabulary. Fill in the blanks with the new vocabulary. Fill in the blank using the card. Practice the dialogue. Practice the conversation. Practice saying the vocabulary. Practice giving the date. Practice saying the words with a partner. Give example. Give instructions. Give each paragraph a title. Draw a picture in your notebook. Draw lines in your notebook. Underline the vocabulary. Underline the verbs. Underline the sentence. Underline the correct word. Process to learn continued. Circle the correct verb. Circle the alternative. Match the question with the answer. Match the words with the answer. Match the vocabulary with the answer. Match the question with new picture. Match the question with the definition. Match the vocabulary with the definitions. Answer the questions. Answer true or false. Answer yes or no. Answer with the complete sentences. Answer with your own information. Choose one of the following activities. Choose an alternative. Choose words from the table. Using the vocabulary to write sentences. Using the information to answer the question. Use the card to answer the question. Repeat the sentence. Repeat the names. Repeat the instruction. Repeat the conversation. Guess the word. Guess the animal. Guess the name of the person. Take turns reading the dialogue. Take turns writing the words. Take turns talking about your family. Take turns reading the text. Take notes about your partner. Take notes on the reading. Take note on your partner's family. Tell your partner about your family. Tell the class about your family. Tell your classmate about your family. Tell your partner about your photo. Tell your partner about your weekend. Unit 4, Lesson 1, Understanding and Communicating. Listen calls. Words to know. Communicate. Finally. Furniture. Previous. Review. Room. Sequence. Summaries. Situation to respond to. You are reviewing from before. You say you are reviewing from the previous lesson. You say you began from where you stopped yesterday. You say you are summarizing the lesson calls. You say tell student the order of the lesson. You say you want student to remember from before. You say tell student what they will learn. You are summarizing the lesson. You say tell student what they will do. Process to learn. Reviewing from the previous class. Let's review yesterday's lesson. Let's review this word. Let's review today's lesson. Let's review what you learned. What did we do yesterday? What did we learn yesterday? Who can tell me what we talked about yesterday? Who can tell me what we did yesterday? Who can tell me what we learned yesterday? Who can tell me what we studied yesterday? Who remembers what we talked about last class? Who remembers what we did last class? Who remember what we studied last class? Who remember what he learned last class? Are there any questions? Are there any questions about ordering food? Are there any questions about the past tense? Are there any questions about the words of rooms in the house? Sequencing lesson goals. In the in this lesson, you are going to study words about the house. In in this lesson, you are going to practice the past tense. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to ask for help. In this lesson, you are going to review the past tense. In this lesson, you are going to work on talking about house. In this lesson, you are going to look at the present tense. In this lesson, you are going to learn words for furniture. In this lesson, we will learn adjectives. First, we are going to review the vocabulary. First, we are going to do an activity. First, we are going to read about food around the world. First, you will read a story. First, we will listen to a conversation. First, we will look at the future tense. Then we are going to practice the past tense. Then we are going to look at the homework. Then we are going to learn new words for furniture. Then we are going to review the future tense. Then you are going to answer questions. Then you are going to talk about your favorite food. Next, we are going to read a story about Tommy sauce. Next, we are going to practice the conversation. Next, you are going to write a conversation. Next, you are going to write about your favorite food. Finally, we will write sentences. Finally, we will read a story. Finally, we are going to play a game to practice all of the new words. Finally, we are going to write sentences with the future tense. Finally, you are going to practice the conversation with a partner. Finally, you will begin a project on a food. Unit 4. Listen to. Engaging student in the topic. Words to know. Animal, chicken, cow, engage, farm, giraffe, horse, lion, panda, bear, zoo. Situations to respond to. You want student to focus on a picture. You say you want student to describe what they see. You say you want student to list the words they know. You say you want to know who has seen a panda bear. You say you want students to list a farm animals they know. You say you want to engage students in the topic of lions. You say you want to engage a student in the topic of farms. You say you want to engage students in the topic of animals. You say you want students to talk about zoo animal they know. You say you want students to think about place animal life. You say process to learn. Think about animals in a zoo. Think about animals in Africa. Think about your favorite animals. What do you know about your zoo animals? What do you know about panda bears? What words do you know? What animals do you know? Can you tell me other animals? Can you tell me about the zoo? Can you tell me where they live? They live. Have you ever seen a lion? Have you ever gone to a zoo? Have you ever been to Africa? Were you ever on a farm? Did you ever see a panda bear? Did you ever go to a farm? Did you ever see the animal is in a zoo? Look at the picture. What do you see? Unit 4, Lesson 3, Explaining Lesson Context. Words to know, fork, future, knife, past, seed, spoon, stem, utensil, vegetable. Situation to respond to. You are showing student a picture of a different fruit. You say, tell student what categories banana belong to. Bananas belong to. You want to give an example of vegetable. You say you want to give an example of a fruit. You say you want to define a word. You say tell student how to use pronunciation at the end of a sentences. Tell student how to talk about things that haven't happened yet. Tell student how to talk about things that already happened. Tell student how to talk about things that are happening at this moment. Tell student two ways to say the same phrase, such as you're welcome. Press to learn. This is banana. This is an orange. This is an apple. This is a table. A banana is a fruit. are fruit. Carrots are vegetable. It is a fruit. It is a red. It is a big. It has seeds. It has stem. It has a yellow peel. Press to learn. They are fork. They are spoons. This means small. This means very. This means very good. This means very good. This is how you end sentences. This is how you write sentences. You use this to talk about the future. You use a period to the end sentences. You use an as after pronouns to means more than one. You use a knife to cut food. You use an as after nouns to make the word plural. We say it's sleeping. We talk about what is happening now. We say excellent when something is very good. We use it after a verb when we talk about the past. We use in after a verb when we talk about something that is happening right now. We use will with a verb to talk about the future. We use the word are when we have a verb that the ends in ing. We use in after sleep to mean sleep late. When we want to say you're welcome, we say don't mention it. When we want to say that is it happening right now, we say it is ready. When we talk, when we want to talk about tomorrow, we use the future. When we want to talk about something in the past, when we want to talk about something in the past, we use it. Look at the picture. What is happening? Try adding. What is the body in the tree doing? I will study. That means that I am going to do it. The future, not now. The future, not now. The future, not now. How many bananas do you use? The future, not now. How many bananas do you see in this picture? What does this say at the end? This is how you form the past tense. Unit 4 lesson 4 modeling and giving example. Words to know, dialogue, location, model, occupation, preposition, situation to respond to. You want a student to repeat, you say, a student say, can you give an example? Use replay. You are going to read an example to students. You say, you are playing a CD for the class. You say you want the class to read example you wrote. You say you want one student to read the example. You say you want a student to model. You say you want student to read from the text. You say you want to show your student a preposition. You say you want a student to give an example for a job. You say modeling. Combining sentences using because I like reading, because it is interesting, making comparison. John runs faster than Harry, making contrast with but the movie is funny but long. Asking question with can the baby walk? Making a noun plural. She has many cats, using adjectives. She has a new blue pencil, using the superlative, as he is the tallest boy. Using always, I always do my homework. Using the possessive as, that is Mary's book. Question, in the past tense, did Jenny eat lunch? Press to learn. Please repeat after me. Class, please repeat the example after me. Please repeat after the recording. Please repeat the sentences after the recording. Please read the sentences. Please read the words. Please read the dialogue. Please read the example. Please read the conversation. Please read the example of preposition. Please listen to the example. Please listen to the example of the past tense. Please listen to the example of preposition. Please listen to this example. Here's an example. Here is an example of preposition. Here is an example on occupation. Here example of to say goodbye. Let me give you an example of preposition. Look at this example on the board. Look at this example of a preposition. Look at this example of preposition in the book. Look at this example on page 45. Jack, please read the example. Jack, please read the example of a preposition. Let's watch the Anna and Jack. Let's watch Anna and Jack point to something that is next to them. Let's review yesterday's lesson on preposition. Today we are going to use the word can. Let me give you an example. I can swim. I can swim. Can can you write the example? Here's another example. I can ride a bicycle. Unit 4 lesson 5. Asking for a writing student example. Words to know adjective, breakfast, brush, compliment, cook, future, greeting, routine, tooth. Situation to respond to. You want student to describe what they do in the morning. You say you want student to name some proposition. You say you want student to describe a lion. You say you want your student to name different jobs. You say you want student to give you more examples. You say you are teaching ways to say hello. You say you are teaching ways to apologize. You say you are teaching ways to say farewell. You say first to learn. Give an example of part of your morning routine. Give an example of a greeting. Give me example of a part of your morning routine. Give me example of a greeting. Give me an example of the past tense and give me another example of an acquisition. Give me another example of a compliment. Give me another example of the future tense. Give me another example of part of your morning routine. Can you think of an example of a preposition? Can you think of an example of furniture? Can you think an example of how to say goodbye? Can you think of another example of a fruit? Can you think of another example of a plural noun? Can you think of another example of how to order food? Who can give an example of an adjective? Who can give an example of a zoo animal? Who can give an example of how to introduce yourself? Who who can give another example of an animal? Who can give another example of a verb? Who can give another example of use to say sorry? Now we are going to talk about what you do in the morning. Unit 4. Lesson 6. Giving activity instruction. A. Alone. Alternative. Article. Choose. Expression. Cause. Partner. Table. Title. Situation to respond to. You want student to pay attention to a picture. You say you want student to find a partner and play a game. You say you want student to circle and write word. You say you want student to put the question with its answer. You say you want student to talk about their parents. You say you want student to read the paragraph one by you. You say student have just read an article without a title. You say a student asks what do we practice. You reply you had student take out their notes. You say rush to learn. Look at the picture, look at the list, look at the title, look at the text, look at the table, look at the article, look at the page 20. Look at the exercise 5. Work in a partner, work alone, work in pairs, work in a group work in with a classmate, work with in groups of 3. Give information, give example, give instruction, give each paragraph a title. Play a game in pairs, play in teams, play play in teams, play in groups of 4. Play a question game. Think about your family. Think about object. Think about an object. Think about your favorite book. Think about a famous person. Unit 4, Lesson 7, Giving Activity Introduction, Words to Know, Chart, Check, Conversation, Favorite Hobby, Information, Interview, Paragraph, Poems, Words, Part. Parts to learn, listen to the teacher, listen to the description, listen to the information, listen to the instruction, listen to the conversation, listen and repeat, listen and complete the sentences, listen and check the words you listen and choose the correct answer, listen and repeat the conversation, read about the family, read about the spot, read about the teacher, read about time shopping, read the description, read the text, read the letter, read the poem, read the interview, read and answer the question, read and draw a picture, read and underline the vocabulary words, answer any question in a combat sentences, answer yes or no, answer true or false, answer the question on a piece of paper, repeat the sentences, repeat the instruction, repeat the conversation, underline the verbs, underline the title, underline the main idea, underline all the sentences with adjectives. Unit for lesson 8. Organizing students. Alone by yourself. Discussion. 50-50. Group, pair, partner. Until. Together. Please work by yourself. Please work alone. Please work on your own. Find a partner. Work with a partner. Pair up. You can work together. You can work in pairs. You have to get into groups of 3. You have to get into pairs. Work in a group of 3. Get into groups of 4. Work in groups of 5. Count off by 2. Count off the 3s. Count off by 4. Sarah, please work in a Paul. Sarah and Paul work together, please. Sit in a circle. Sit side by side. Sit side by side. Face the board, face each other. Texters reading the dialogue. Texters answering the question. You have 5 more minutes. You have another 10 minutes. You have until at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, finish the activity. You have until 10:30 to finish this activity. While you are a Sarah, you are a P. This half of the class is A. This half is B. Okay, let's check who is A. Today we are going to read a conversation. Can we work together? Can I work alone? How much time do we have?